Hello, 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 and welcome to Curry Kitchen, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Those of you who have already been marking your calendars and timer for tuning in at 5 p.m. on Mondays, thank you so much. Pacific Standard Time, of course. And we are live. I guess I'll wait for a couple more minutes for all our viewers to join in. And I'll let you know what I'm making. In case if you have not guessed what the caption it is, can you tell what that I was holding? That's a question for the day. Anybody knows what was I holding in my hands? If you've been watching us, you should be knowing this by now. I'll wait a couple more minutes for all our viewers to join in. Today is going to be a very good treat for all of you. I'm going to be showcasing an authentic Kerala dish itself, not Kerala only, South Indian dish. So I am so thrilled and pumped to just share this with you, the recipe with you guys. So hello, is my sound okay? Audio good? Everything okay so far? Give me a thumbs up or use the chat box to convey if this is all good to go.
Yeah,
it's good. It's good. Yeah, we got a couple of thumbs up. By the way, last couple of weeks videos were ended kind of on a short notice, and that's due to some technical difficulties. I am very sorry about that, but you know what, rest assured I will have all those recipes on my channel, so feel free to come back and check that out. If you use Curry TV, Curry Kitchen, any of those stuff on YouTube, you should be able to find me, or any social media such as Instagram, Facebook. That will also have my ingredients and recipes. So today we are going to be making, ready? Drum roll please. How many of you guys answered what that leaf was? Any guesses so far? Anybody? Somebody? What was I holding in my hand before that caption photo? What was I holding in my hand? Any guesses? If you have guessed curry leaf, that is right. And we're going to be using a snack. It's a tea time snack today, and it's called Parippuvada. It's Daal fritters that we'll be making, along with tea shop, coffee shop. Very commonly used is filter coffee. So I'm going to be showing you that as well, using our brand sponsor here. They are giving us a trial here for Zulay Kitchen, and I'm going to be showcasing their frother and their bench press. It's very easy to handle, and I'm going to be showcasing this as well. All this to the side, let's talk coffee first, because that is going to take some time. Now you must be wondering, why does coffee take so much time? Well, this is filter coffee. Now I use the Coorg brand. There is many that comes. Tata brand is one of them. This is one of their coffee, and it showcases as filter coffee itself, and you can store it in an airtight container for up to a year. That's what it is. In this package, this specific package, it's 53% coffee and 47% chicory. So that means you get nice concentrate. I mean, we all are familiar with lattes and cappuccinos and all those varieties of coffees here, but this is going to be a filter coffee, a concentrated coffee of South Indian, that is called filter coffee itself. So I'm going to be showcasing that, and I have a couple of brands that we use on a time to time, and so Naraso brand is also another one that I like. There's a brew. There is this Tata coffee that is very common all across India, and there is also the Coorg brand itself. They also provide filter coffee, which is really good. So I'm going to be using one of those. I'm going to be showcasing that. So that's what I have here. And instead of using a a coffee maker or a saucepan, we're going to be using a decoction machine just like this. Well, it's not a machine, it's a tool that we use on a day-to-day. Let me just talk to you. If we are a South Indian moms, right, to save time, we do this prior night and it is ready for us, and we just have to do the milk portion in the morning, and which makes our life much easier. You get to enjoy that nice cup of coffee when there's nobody around you, because usually in India, moms are the first ones to get up in the morning and start the day going. But in this modern life, I don't think anybody is following that. But that's where this tool comes into play. And I'm going to show you this decoction machine, how it works. There's 4 parts to it. One is the top. There's the tapping mechanism here, and this is the portion where we put our coffee filter into the granules, and this is where we collect that decoction. This is the container for that. So let's talk this through. How are we doing so far? Okay, so let's talk about, it smells amazing, you guys, really good. Nice coffee. Let's take about 1 tablespoon. Okay, so this is, I'm going to be making 2 to 3 varieties of coffee for you, because let me just give you a small intro about myself. I am lactose intolerant. I cannot have milk, but I can sure enjoy a black coffee. This is something that I enjoy on a day-to-day basis. So if you are one of me, like you can't have milk, if you don't enjoy dairy, no worries, we can still enjoy a cup of coffee. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do that. We're going to take about 1 to 2, or maybe if you are, so I'm going to make 1 black coffee, 1 milk coffee. So here I'm going to use 2 spoonful of coffee powder, and we are going to use this press to just lightly press down all those coffee granules up to the bottom. We don't want to make it to a disc form, but we want to make sure that it is leveled out. Okay, so this is how it's going to look. My camera crew is going to show you the top view so that I can show you how compact our coffee granules are, right? This is really good, nice and tight. We're going to put it on top of this decoction collector, and we're going to pour in hot water. So you could use boiling water, hot water, any of that, right? So I'm going to show you that here. I'm going to measure out about half cup. Okay, half cup of I like these measuring cups. It's really easy to manage. So we are going to pour in half cup of water, hot water, into this, and let them sit, do its job. Do not disturb it, do not do anything to it. Let's cover it and let that baby do its job. Be careful, because we just poured in hot water. Just use some sort of protection to get yourself into a safe hands. Okay, so we're going to use a kitchen towel and let this baby sit in the back counter so that we can just come back to it in 15 minutes. So that's that. I have the compress here. I'm just going to leave that to the side. Now let's talk about what kind of coffee cup that we use. That also has a specific requirement or a desire to it. I'll show you that. And for that, we are using, this is the common thing that we use in India. It's brass, and it's very good for your health when you have it in a brass cup. If you don't have this, you could use a steel cup. Now they serve the coffee in here, and you mix it using 2 of this to enjoy your coffee. This is how they will serve it to you in a coffee shop. So they'll have the coffee ready to go, top it off like so, bring it over to you, and the coffee and the milk is going to be separate, and you're going to mix it to your desire, to how thick and how light and fluffy you like it. Okay, and I'm going to show you how to use a frother in this method to make that nice creamy luscious feeling to your coffee. So I got that. Now even if you don't have any of this, right, you still can enjoy a coffee in a small coffee cup like so. I just took something that is similar in size so that you guys can enjoy. By the way, all these stuff is actually listed in our carousel at the bottom of the screen. It's in our store as well, so if you feel like you would like to buy any of this for your choice, please feel free to do so. Alright, so I got all the coffee stuff out of the way. It's very easy, right? I mean, I didn't have to do much of cooking. I just boiled some water, it was ready to go. I just had to put together the stuff, the powder, and then let that do its job for about 15 minutes. Now we're going to get some nice thick consistency, thick concentrate of that coffee, and I'm going to show you how to mix it all up and all that stuff. Next thing, what we are going to do is make dal fritters. For that, you would need to use tur dal or chana dal. Now you must be wondering, what is that? Well, got you covered. This is chana dal. They are nice and thick, not like chickpeas, but they are nice and thick. This is the brand that I usually use. This is commonly available at any Asian market, any Indian stores. These are the ones that is easily available, especially in this Northwest. If you're in the East Coast, I'm sure there are other varieties and brands that is available, but here this is what we get, and so I'm going to show you a recipe using this. Now this dal is not only used for this fritters. You can make dal curry out of it. You can mix with vegetables, and that is also really good. You could make what else can we make with this? You could make sambar. In that also, this is a really good one. There's so many options that you can make with this dal. If when you buy these packets, they're like, what is this? This is commonly 2 pound packets. That's the least that we can get. So these 2 pound bags, we get them. I store in a clear container like you see at the background there. So it's easily visible how much of it is there, because we use this to make sambar, to make the dal curry, to mix it along. Say if you're making spinach, right? You could incorporate the dal along with it, makes it thicker volume, and then it's really good dish itself. You can make that into gravy. Many options are available, and like I said, all of these are featured in our channel, so feel free to check that out. So this, you need about 1 cup. Wash it thoroughly. Once you wash it, you'll see the water running clear, and that's when you let it stop washing the dal, and then you need to soak it for about 1 hour. If you're running out of time, I know we are all busy nowadays, but if you're running out of time, instead of using tap water, use hot water, and that you need to let that sit for about 30 minutes. That will also do the job. We need to soften our dal so that we can grind them, or crush them in our blender, blend deck, food processor, whichever one you have on hand. So I got that here. This is our chana dal or tur dal that I got ready to go. No specific brand is required. Whichever one you get, that's fine. So this is how they will look like. I washed it about 4 or 5 times, and it has been soaking up, so it's hydrated enough, so it's easy to make. Now if you soak your dal like so, and you're making dal curry, you don't even have to use a pressure cooker or an Instapot. You can actually cook on top of your like a stock pot. You can make this because it becomes very, very tender, and when you use a pressure cooker, it becomes very mushy and gushy and stuff, right? If you like it that consistency, feel free to do so, but in case if you don't have a pressure cooker, you still can make this fritters or dal curry. So let's get rid of all this water, and what I'm going to do here first is use a blender. I have a blend tech with me, so therefore I'm using a blend tech. And don't worry about the jar, because we make our masalas here, we make all these fritters here, we make our own gravy here. So the turmeric powder, the chili powder tend to have the stains in our jar, but that's okay. We are eating healthy and enjoying the meal, so that's what it counts. The jar is still good to go. So we are going to add all our dal into this and crush them. Now when you crush them, you don't want it to be fine paste. We still want to be able to enjoy those bites, right? So we're just going to get that. You could use a strainer to get rid of all this, but you know what? we're doing the dishes, so why add more, right? Even though we have the dishwasher to do it, we still can limit. Okay, so I'm just going to drain the excess water. I'm going to show you how that looks like. Any questions so far, please feel free to use the chat box. I will be monitoring that here every so often. I have a screen next to me so that I can see your chats coming in. So far, if there's any questions or if you guys seen any of our past videos comments, please feel free to jot them down. Yeah, very good. So here, as you see, I did not pour any water in. It's just the dal itself. When you're using a powerful machine like so, you wouldn't need a lot of water, because the water will actually change the consistency for our dal, or the batter, or the mix, which we are going to do. Okay, so we're going to crush this in about a couple of minutes, and I'm going to show you how all that looks like. Wow. Okay. It's going to be fast, very fast. I like this specific blend deck. It has a sound silencer to it so that it doesn't make all of that noise. Let's mix it all up. Let's use a spatula here so that it's very okay. So let me show you how this looks. All right, you see that? It's not quite there, but we still have to grind just one more time, and we'll be done. Okay, I'm going to crush, and then I'm going to show you. So far, how are you guys doing? Are we good? All good? Thank you, thank you. Using the blend deck one more time. Wow. Okay, so let's take a closer look now at our consistency so that you guys can understand. It's not all too fine paste, but I still have texture to this. We're going to be adding more ingredients to this to make it lively, so stay tuned. Don't go away. Are we good? So far so good? Okay, some of you have commented us over the chat last time that I was going really fast for you to follow, so that's why I'm just slowing down a bit so that you guys also can see the consistency, right? Not all of that dal is core into fine paste. It is actually kind of, see. So what I look for is when you take a hold of it, you should be able to make a ball yet hold its shape. So this is not quite there yet. We are going to do it one more time. Okay, we're going to mix it, scrape the bottom of this pan so that all of it get mixed. When you do see these live shows, you'll be able to enjoy all the mistakes, all the live events that happen, because it is absolutely live. If I can close this. Okay, let me do one more time. Last week I showed the biggest fruit. Any guesses? How many of you guys saw that? It was the biggest fruit and I showed you how to make a dessert out of that. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. It's very easily available nowadays, even in American stores we can find those. If not, you could use store-bought or can. Okay, so let's take a look at this and see how are we doing. Okay, so if you were to hold its shape, it should make a ball, right? It should hold that. Are we good? Jackfruit, Caitlin, thank you, babe. Yes, you got the score for today. Caitlin got it. Jackfruit. I showed a video of how to make jackfruit payasam, and which was really good, and I shared that recipe because we were celebrating which festival? Anybody know? Anybody know which festival we were actually celebrating last week? It is a very Kerala tradition too, where it is actually related to New Year's. I give you so much clues. Okay? No, ma'am? Vishu! Yes, Vishu. We were celebrating Vishu. Vishu is a traditional festival that we in South India, Kerala especially, celebrate. Like somewhat like Chinese New Year, our New Year. The Vishu is actually a Malayalam calendar. Malayalam is the language we speak. Malayalam calendar New Year. So that's what I shared with you last time. That's why I just wanted to make something different for you guys. I showed you how to make. Karina Renas, thank you so much for following us. I really enjoy that. Appreciate that too. So this is ready to go, and I'm just going to wash my hands and I'm going to show you the next step here. Okay, what was I talking about? The jackfruit. It is the biggest fruit, and it is also easily available in Costco, Fred Meyer's, all those stores. I mean, if you're in the Northwest, you will be able to find them out very fast. I mean, Costco is all over. I mean, nowadays, who doesn't know about Costco, right? Okay, so let this baby sit to the side for a few minutes and then start chopping up our ingredients. Now, first thing is curry leaves. This is what I was holding in my thumbnail picture, or whichever one you want to call for that. Okay, so I'm just going to take a handful of curry leaves. This is totally up to you. If you don't want it, you don't have to use it. If you like the flavor of cilantro, you could use cilantro as well. Okay, so we love the flavor of curry leaves, so therefore I'm just ripping them up so that it's not such a huge big leaf in there. Okay, that's good. Next, you need a good sized ginger. Now, ginger is good for your digestion. Because this is a dal, we need to make sure that we are consuming some sort of ginger in there. If you don't have fresh ginger, feel free to use dry ginger as well. I mean, you could buy that at many local market, right? I have that as well on my channel. So in case if you don't want to do the shopping elsewhere, I got you covered. Okay, so let's fine chop our ginger. By the way, those following things are really great encouragement for live content creators like us, because that boosts our energy to bring out the best and latest for you guys, making your life much easier. Okay, so you could use any way or form of ginger. I'm using small diced sizes of ginger in our recipe. So here I like to use the scraper with Zulay Kitchen. They are really nice, and I see that it has a lifetime warranty as well, so I really enjoy that. I just added about 2 tablespoons of ginger in there, and by the way, I do have written up this recipe, and it is going to show up on the screen here pretty soon. So in case if you would like to get print screen or whatever you would like to do, you can do that. Okay, now green chilies is totally up to you, how many you like, how spicy you like. That is always up to you. Now if you don't like the spiciness but you still want to use the chili, just de-seed it and then use it, and that also will lower the spiciness. Okay, so we want somewhat bite size in there, so that you can enjoy with your coffee. As you eat more of this and you bite into that the green chili, it makes you want to drink more, and then when you enjoy that coffee, oh, it's gonna be good. Okay, that's good. So I just used about 6 green chilies here. Curry leaves and ginger is 1 tablespoon or 2 tablespoons. It's totally up to you. You could use more or less. Okay, so here I'm just going to trim the edges, and we're going to dice our onion. I'm sure you all know how to dice your onion, but you know what, this is how we do it. Feel free to do your way. You do you. Whichever works for you, you do you. Just enjoy the meal. At the end of the day, what we feel is that if you invest in food now, you don't have to invest in medicine later. So that's my motto. So enjoy however you like. Hello, hello. First time here, Karen. Well, I hope you're enjoying this live cooking show. There will be lots of funny moments for you to enjoy. I don't try to make it like that, but obviously that is the reality here, right? So let's chop some more. If you don't like to fry with this onion, you don't have to go all the way to the roots. You could use the other portion and keep this in the fridge, and that will also helps from tearing up. Okay, my camera crew is saying that I am just showcasing all these items that they can give a close-up of what I'm doing. So we're just doing a few adjustments here and there, but yes, this is going to be fun, you guys. Have you guys ever visited Kerala? Kerala is a state in South India. Have you guys been there? Would like to visit one of the destinations. I mean, if you haven't, it's not just because it's my hometown, I'm saying, but if you have never visited Kerala, it's somewhat like the tropical island. It's so full of green, not from the pine trees, it's full of green from all the coconut trees that is surrounded by. We have lots and lots of rivers and backwaters that we use for commute wise as well as to enjoy. There's houseboats there. There is all these spices and tea. My goodness, you will be in for a ride. Okay, yes. Now the fact, okay, I just used all of that. This is about 3/4 of a cup of onion that I'm using. Whoop. Box overboard, but that's okay. We're gonna fix that here soon. Okay, into this, you guys, into this. Let me just clean up a bit. I got my extra hands working in the background. They're the ones who's helping me, letting me know how we're doing good on time, how we're doing all that kind of stuff. Okay, so I got all my onion, ginger, garlic, and ginger, onion, and green chili along with curry leaves. We're going to add all our tur dal or chana dal, whichever one you're using, into this. Sometimes, you know, those dal doesn't want to come out. They know they're getting fried. It's not Friday, but it's getting fried. Okay, the more onion and ginger you add into your dish, it's going to be amazing, you guys. Okay, I got almost all of that out. Now we're going to wash up, and then I'll show you just a second. I'm going to ask my camera crew to please have the recipe on the screen so that you guys can actually take a screenshot of our ingredients and recipe. Elena, thank you so much for following us. I appreciate that. We appreciate that. Thank you so much. Share some love. There you go, you guys. Take a shot of that. I am just catching up here. Wipe down, clean hands, all good to go. Very, very important that we actually have a clean set of hands. We are going to turn on our stove at this time. You need oil. Now the oil choice is totally up to you. Like I mentioned, I am from the land of coconuts. So therefore you could use either coconut oil or you could use canola oil, vegetable oil. That's all up to you. The reason why I use coconut oil is because this is a very authentic Kerala dish. So I want to make that taste come out. So therefore I have my cast iron pan here full of coconut oil, or 3/4 of way full of coconut oil. Cortez rose flour water time. I'm sorry, I did not understand that. We will check that out. But into this we need to season our any dish. Even if you're making dessert, you need some salt in there to make those flavors pop out. Okay, so in this, so far what you can do is add cilantro, or you could add what is it, fennel. You could add red chili powder, you could add red chili flakes if you like it really nice and spicy. All those are optional. I am just keeping it very simple and humble for you guys, so that, but I give you all the options also. Okay, so let's start mixing our ingredients. For this you do have to show your TLC. Use your hands in there to mix it all up. Now if you like to wear a gloves to do this, no problem. Just crush together all those ingredients so that the onions start releasing its flavor into this. Cortez is a rice flour water from and their store, I believe, made in Lebanon. Well, good to know. I didn't know that. But like I said, all these ingredients, you guys might be surprised with the names. So I did the homework for you so that in case if you want to recreate the same recipe, I got your back. So please do check our store out, or the carousel, and you will see all the tools that I'm using along with our what is it, the pots and pans and everything, all the ingredients. Okay, so when the oil becomes really nice and hot, you'll see a little bit of smoke coming up. Okay, that time you're going to lower the heat to medium. The reason why you do that, because when you drop this, because there's curry leaves, there's ginger, there is oil, and green chilies, those all have moisture in it. They will pop, it will start popping, and you don't want it to burst out and lose all of that shape, right? So when you get that, right, I'm making a small fritter here, so make it, and these, by the way, freeze as well. Use an air fryer to reheat this and you're good to go. Or you could lay them in a sheet of cookie sheet, pop it in your oven. That will also revive its flavors and you're good to go there too. Okay, it's very good for party starters, snacks, any of those stuff. So one batch will go a long ways. Now depending on the size, okay, depending on your size, you could decide how many you would like to do. And this mixture does not stay in the fridge for quite some time because we are using all the fresh ingredients. So therefore, just take a look at the oil right now here. It's starting to do its dance. Okay, now you could test by dropping in a curry leaf. It should pop right up. Okay, here it goes. Are you ready? It stayed at the top. Okay, we're good to go there. So use a strainer and a ladle with holes in it. Yes, this is the Indian tools. See that? This has multi-purpose, you guys. You could serve rice with this. You could also make laddus with this. That you need to find out. You gotta come back and visit us. I'll show you that. So this, with this ladle, what happens is that we can leave all that excess oil back in its pot and just get that curry leaf out. See that? Okay. Let's keep this to the side and start making the fritters. So the first thing you do is actually put it in the palm of your hands and make a dome. Okay, as if you were to throw a disc in the Olympics, but a small version of it. Okay, now let's place that. It will sink in, and then once it's cooked, it will pop up. Okay, whoop. See the coconut, the curry leaves, the ginger, and the green chilies is what that popping sound is coming from. Nothing to be worried about. Okay, let's fix that. Like I said, all the sounds that you hear in the background, you guys, That is live show. Yes. So if the mailman comes by or the dogs are walking by, those are all that. Have you guys ever tried this dal fritters before? I mean, I don't know if it is available in an Indian restaurant. If you guys go visit, because it's a South Indian dish, not very commonly seen in North India. Sounded like a bug zapper. Yes, I can relate to that, but trust me, it's not. Okay, it's not. It's been beautiful weather. How are you guys doing there? Where are you guys watching from? Are you all local to Oregon, or are you watching from somewhere else? Please, I'm not going to come and haunt you or stalk you, but I'd like to know where you guys are watching from. Where is our viewers from? Lebanon. Okay. So I'm just doing few at a time, you guys, because I don't want to overcrowd it and then let those, because the temperature does drop down as you're placing more. We're going to wash up and I'm going to show you the next one. Any questions, you guys? You're back and forth from Philly and New York. Hey, I used to live in New York, so I understand that. Okay, this lets me know. So like I said, this is a live show. My oil was hot enough, but some of that fritters didn't go all the way in. So what we're going to do here is use our blender back again. See, gassed it. Hey, Jay. Jay is our great supporter. Thank you, Jay, supporting us. Jay and his brother, John, we always love cooking with them. So I'm just putting back all the ingredients into our blender and just give it another whip because it is actually popping. And like I said, this is a live show, you guys. I thought it was good enough, but it's not. Okay, just give it a whip one more time. That should do the job. Thank God I did not put it all into the dishwasher, right? With the blend deck, you can just turn it on and walk away, and it will do the time and let you know that it is done, so you don't have to stand as a statue there. Okay, once it turns golden brown, we are going to tan them and then do the rest of it. Okay, it did its job, so let's take a look. Okay, I did my part here. It did its job there. Let's take a look. No rush here. This is actually a vegetarian meal or snack, so therefore we do not use any egg in here, but it just needs some more grinding. That's all. I'm sorry, I got too excited. Yeah, so anybody who is a vegan, vegetarian, they can also enjoy this because it doesn't have any animal products in there. So one more whip and we are good to go. Now, last time I did showcase, I'll wait for that to end. Oil? I'll show you. So last time I made egg puffs for you guys. But that time I made masala tea. So the masala tea is already shown to you guys. Many of you guys asked for how do you make a Indian tea. I mean, it's not complicated, but that was already shown. This tea time snack is actually good with tea, but you could also enjoy it with coffee. Okay, let's catch all those excess and get the rest of it out. If you're a cook, you will understand. Once you plan on doing something and in the middle of it you find out that one of the ingredients is less or more, you just go along with it. You actually change to your style, right? So olive oil is a good choice, my dear, but we don't need any oil to grind that. I'll show you. It's just that I got too excited to show you guys the final product. I just jumped into it. You know, I should have. I've been saying patience is a virtue in the kitchen, but I just did not follow that. Sorry. Actually, I'm hungry for this Parippuvada's Daal fritters. I'm ready for that. Okay, let's take a look at our dal. Now it is ready. Well, it's more than ready. Okay, it still has that coarse in there. We're just gonna get all of it out. Keep an eye on your oil so it does not get too hot for you, because as soon as you place these babies, it will fry and smoke up. So therefore you don't want those smoke alarms to go off. So therefore keep an eye on that. Okay, let's lower our flame here just a tiny bit, just a tad bit. What was the name of that grind? I am using Blind Tech, so that is the one that I'm using here. So I'm just going to take a small portion, okay, into your hands, and goes our fritters. It's also listed in our store, so if you like to check it out, please feel free to. Okay, it has very many varieties of jars. It is a beast on its own. My gosh, really. You can make a lot of stuff in there. You can make ice creams, you can make smoothies, a lot of features. I will show you a demo of that itself in the coming videos. But for Indian cooking, how does American tools work out? That's what I'm showing right now. Okay, yes. Okay. So making it a small disc, popping it into our oil. Make sure that the oil is not too hot, you guys. As you place more disc in there, the oil will drop its temperature, which we don't want. Okay, so just try not to overcrowd your oil. Okay, I'll wait. Let me just turn those out. And this doesn't take a long time. Like I mentioned, you know, you can do this in a jiffy. Very healthy. Can I see the recipe, please? Can we have the recipe up on the screen so that you guys can make this in the future? There's no way to opt out of deep frying. I mean, it's just would not be the fritters itself. But the screen, as you can see, it's shown up on the screen right now. Please, I'll just wait for a few minutes for you guys to take a print screen or print shot of that. Nice golden brown. Making sure that the inner portion is also cooked. And you can see those dal pieces running all around. Are we good with the recipe? I hope so. Reminds you of croquettes. Okay. Alright, so our oil is still good. The heat is very good. I'm just going to wait a couple more seconds to catch all that curry leaves that been popping out of our fritters, so that it doesn't pop anymore. By the way, this is already seasoned. The flavor of that coconut oil with that curry leaf is amazing. In case if you have never tried it, please, it's an amazing taste. There is a tea shop, especially where I grew up. My grandpa would actually go for evening walks. When he comes home, he would have something in his hands, and that's for his grandkids. We all lived, it's a joint family, it's everybody lived together. So at that time, when he comes after his evening walk, there will be all these people just selling evening snacks that they made at home. So one of the highlights is Parippuvada, Papadabuli, banana fritters, which is Parumburi, Urunuvada. These are the common tea time snacks that was available to us when we were growing up, when I was actually living in India. Okay, so I enjoy this. I mean, making this, recreating this at home just takes me back to my childhood memories of enjoying. By the time we come from school, he'll have this ready for us. I mean, we'll have some sort of classes in there, but every so often he will have it ready for us to enjoy once we are back from school. So my grandpa just loved kids so much. He's no more, but we used to enjoy a lot of evening snacks with him. More than meal, evening snacks were his favorites. Okay. Okay. With that, my dear, we are done with our banana fritters. Daal fritters, our Parippuvada is done. Now, can anybody guess which language we speak? I'm just gonna wash up, you guys. Go for it. Anybody knows which language we speak at home? I did give you a clue a couple of times. It's really hard to say, I know that. Okay. Very good, you guys. Nobody knows which language we speak at home? It's called Malayalam. Malayalam. It is so hard for even my own kids to roll those tongues backward to say that. R's and rars and... Okay? Very good. We're almost done, you guys. Our fritters are almost done. We can plate them. And we are... Okay, by this time our coffee... Ooh! My hands have got some water in it. That's what that is bubbling away. Once we take the last bit of our fritters, we will go on with your... How old was your grandpa when this... I stayed with him till I was 8. So this is a very, very vague memory of my grandparents. He passed away long time ago, but he was a very nice, genuine person. We had blast. Okay, I'm just going to turn off the stove here, you guys, and then I'm going to move this to the side and now get our pot of milk going. Okay, let's let this rest to the side so that it doesn't smoke up. I got all the lights and cameras. It's going to smoke up and you guys will not be able to see it. I'm just going to use a kitchen mittens here to move our oil. It's hot, very, very hot. Be careful. So I know coconut oil can be expensive, so just plan for to use as much as fritters you want and then keep it in a freezer. That way you use majority of it, you know. So next thing what we are going to do here is make our coffee. So let's talk to you through our decoction. I'll move all this to the side so that you guys can enjoy. Okay. Here I have 1 cup of milk ready to go. Now you need whole milk. You cannot use fat-free milk, 1% to fat. No, it doesn't work. Half and half doesn't work with this recipe. But as you can see, our decoction has completed its process. There's no water in here at all. See, all that water that we poured in is collected at the bottom here. It's very nice, black, thick concentrate of coffee. Next step, there's 2 options that you can do. One is pour in this half cup to 3/4 cup of milk into your pan here and boil it. Bring it to a boil. Before you do that, we need some sugar in there. Now, sugar is totally up to you, how you like to enjoy your coffee. Okay, if you're making 2 or 3 cups, then add according to your desire. Next, what we like to do here is here is my next technique of using the frother. As the sugar dissolves in here, we are going to take half of that milk, pour it into this measuring cup, and use our frother to bring it to nice, fluffy, aerated, right? That creamy, luscious flavor of milk, if you enjoy that. But if you just want to, skim through the use a strainer to do that, you can do that too. So I got all the options laid out for you. Okay, at this stage, just make sure that sugar is dissolved into that milk. Okay, don't let that overboil. Okay, see, the milk is all dissolved into that sugar, or sugar is dissolved into the milk. Let's use half of that and use the frother to aerate it. Now this is really nice. I really like their Zulay Kitchen's frother. It's really easy and works well. Okay, can you guys see? And it comes with a stand, so very handy dandy. This process, you guys, is amazing for this filter coffee. You don't want to go all the way at the bottom of the pan, the measuring cup, but just enough so that milk is just, it's like that latte, cappuccino, frothy top foamy thing at the top. That's what we're looking for. So let's do that for like about close to a minute or so. And the fact that this is a lifetime warranty, I really enjoy that too. So thank you, Zulay Kitchen, for sponsoring this and also showcasing this product to us. I mean, after I read their story about being their mom being a single woman parent to raise the kids, and it's just amazing what our ancestors or our history has taught us. Very good. We're almost there, you guys. Now you'll see that foam just coming to the top here very soon. I'll show you. I'll give you a moment to take a closer look at this from the top view camera. Alright, see that? And the fact that it has a stand of its own, it's nice and foamy. So let's take our cup here, pour our milk into this. Can you guys see? Just look at that foam just coming up. Okay, that left to the side is what we are going to use our decoction. So I did not fill completely to the top rim of our cup here, but we're going to pour in this nice concentrate of coffee and just bring it to the top, and then you can create your own design. Okay, this is how they would serve it to you if you had ordered this in a South Indian coffee shop. Now, filter coffee has a story of its own. You guys have to enjoy this, and you will, if you're a coffee lover, definitely this is the cup of coffee for you. Okay, if you enjoy cappuccino, latte, espresso, this is something that you will definitely enjoy. Every sip is worth 1,000 words. I mean, that's how it is. Okay, now how do you use this, right? For that, I'm going to ask my husband to come along and demonstrate this for you, because oh, sorry, he has to handle the camera, so that means I have to do it. Okay, so what do? Let me show you how we use this two-piece. See, and you pour this into your coffee. We poured in white, now you get coffee, guys. See that? this with that fritters that we made. Oh wow. If you like to read a book, small sip of this along with that a book that you're enjoying, I'm sure you'll memorize that story all by itself. Okay? That is how you serve a filter coffee, just like how they would serve in a coffee shop in India. So I hope you enjoyed today's demonstration of making the authentic filter coffee at home. Along with, now I didn't show you how to enjoy your black coffee. I mean, we are black coffee people, right? Because I can't enjoy that. That's for my husband. This is for me. So you're going to pour this into the concentrate of that into your coffee cup. So I just poured about half cup of that into this. We're going to pour some nice hot water, you guys. Hot water, okay? It's still hot. That is also amazing on its own. Now you could add sugar if you like to. If you like your coffee with sugar, please enjoy that. Or if you like me, like as simple as that, just enjoy the coffee of its flavor. Just have it here and enjoy. So, and I didn't show you how I would plate that, right? The banana fritters. It should be ready, all cooled down.
Fritters.
I'm sorry?
Daal fritters.
Daal fritters. What did I say? Did I say banana fritters? For some reason I'm thinking about having banana fritters. Maybe we will do that someday. Banana fritters is made with plantains, you guys, and that is also very, very healthy a dish. So you guys have to try it. And by the way, those are already showcased on the channel. So in case if you like to watch it, please feel free to. But this is how we serve coffee or tea time snack at home. Look at that. Black coffee, milk coffee, whichever one you want, we got you covered. Bravo! Thank you, Jay. I appreciate that. And please do follow us on Amazon and Instagram and whichever way you like. It's great this Amazon is giving all these content creators a chance to showcase their talents. We really appreciate it. I'll see you guys next week, Monday at 5 p.m. I'll also announce which we are going to be making later on. I'm just going to enjoy my cup of coffee with my fritters, and we'll see you Monday at 5. Thank you. Bye. Thank you.